Christine here from Buffalo Gals. I am doing another daily challenge, random challenge. Wasn't able to pull off a sale this week because I still have quite a mess, but I absolutely love doing the random challenge last week where I had to, somebody hands me something from this crazy studio. Here it is. I got to make something under the gun and hopefully it comes out well, and I absolutely loved it. So we're going to try again. Maureen is behind the camera again, and we have a bonus. We have Maureen's daughter, Megan, who I grew up with, is here as well, and she's getting as distracted with my studio as I do. Megan and I are cut from the same thread. So, what do we have here? All right, ladies. Pieces they picked out for me, a bunch of tiara cast pieces. I had a new order come in of the Dolce di Vita, don't know if I'm saying it right, collection that Tiara Cast Pewter did. These are all antique pewter pieces. They're components. When I look at these, I use these a lot for earrings, sometimes for necklaces. These are these barrel beads I use on leather. What else do we have in here? Got lava. I always love lava. Been doing a lot with bracelets with that, but here we've got a neat little pendant. Got a road kiln piece. Sean Silverwood, who is one of my partners in crime. She and I do a lot of collaborations. This is a piece of cloisonne that she made years and years ago, and I haven't been able to use it because actually it doesn't have a hole there. So unless I get really creative, we won't be able to use this piece today. I think I'm trying to remember who picked out what. Megan picked out one of the double domed nickels. These are authentic buffalo nickels that have been domed and welded together. Holes are put in them, and then I make it into a pendant. I use these a lot on necklaces. Actually, I use them only on necklaces. Well, Megan just found something else. She found, this is actually a glass bead. It looks like a stone bead, but it's actually a glass bead. This is from the Czech Republic, a Czech glass bead in black. One random piece of turquoise. Another nickel. This one is the dome nickel. These I use all the time for earrings, necklaces, and so on. Maureen found this.
No, this tray is all Megan.
Oh, this is all Megan's. Oh, shell. Oh, Megan, you're supposed to find 3. So we've got some shell here. I've never used this. I'm going to have to think about this. Might be a cute bracelet. And then I also, you can see I got started on something I never finished. This is Leather Cord USA. This is actually a vegan alternative. It's made out of cotton or paper, I'm not even sure. But it's a braided bolo out of...
that we saw in the box of leather goods that we rifled through last week.
Yes, and this came from Leather Cord USA, where I get all of my leather. And I think what I was thinking on this was to make a stretch bracelet. Okay, so those are the pieces that Megan picked out. Maureen, did you pick any out?
No, this is all Megan this week.
So, all right.
It's all Megan this week.
All right, so I'm going to look at these, trying to not do what's easy, but I might end up doing something easy just because we are trying to inspire people to have the guts to go out and do something themselves. So I'm actually going to take these two, probably make an earring out of it. And I will use some of the lava beads that Megan picked out. Maybe have it nest in there, like that. It'll be a pretty simple earring, but it'll be interesting for you guys to see. Okay, so to do that, I need to get a ear wire that will allow me to shape it the way that I want it to go. All right, this is a Tiara Cast ear wire. Tiara Cast out of California. They're my absolute favorite component maker. Their business started with making ear wires. So this is what they built their business on. So they make the ear wires, make it ready to do whatever I want to do with it. In this case, what am I going to do? I'm going to pick 2 of these that I think match pretty well. All right. Now I wish I had actually one. there's one size bigger, but I think we're gonna try. So I'm gonna see if I can make this work. All right. So to make the ear wire, I take this here with the end, stray end there. I'm gonna put a bead on here. I like to finish all my beads off with some kind of a spacer. I'm gonna use this daisy spacer. I think I'm gonna find out that this is gonna be too small. I might have to rethink things, but we'll see. Take this, curl it around. Now we got an ear wire that we can attach to something. When you do earrings, you gotta make a matching pair. Same bead, same spacer. Use the round nose pliers, bring it up, bring it around here. All right. Lost my tools. I think I took them downstairs. I have another studio downstairs. Megan, can I have the pliers there? And sometimes things get lost. Okay, so now that I have an ear wire, I can hang anything I want off of this. I'm going to show you, this is something that you're going to recognize. I'm rushing. All right. Anybody out there watching yet?
Megan.
Since there's two of us. Someone else is out there. I just don't
All right. So there's the classic earring that is on the website that I sell all over the place. And there it is. All right. But I'm going to take this off and we're going to do something else with it. Once we have these ear wires made, Megan, you have to. I get three. You get three.
I'm gonna put her over yet.
3 items.
I just see things as you're talking that might go with what you're doing.
All right. Okay. So a company like Tierra Cast that has these beautiful components in all different shapes and all different things, they make it really easy. I'm going to take these ear wires, and all I'm going to do is put these little surfboardy looking things on like this. And it's a finished earring. You can make them in 10 minutes. All right, so we're going to do another one of those so we have a matched pair, and then go on to another, something a little more complicated. Because I can't show everybody all my secrets. Got to show you some things people can't do themselves. All right, so here we've got a pair of sterling silver, lava bead, and pewter earrings. So these, I have your down. Ta-da! All right, so that's item number 1, Megan.
Like it.
Okay. All right, now we're going to go back to the thing I said I was going to do and then started getting away from. I'm going to try to do something with these. And I can either do the same kind of thing I did before where this is just the whole thing, or I can reverse it, put something in front of it. I got to kind of figure out what can I do that would be a little more clever. I don't know.
Do you need something with more color?
No, I'm just, oh, here you go. Okay, Megan just brought me something else. Okay. I am a small earring person. I don't do the big earring thing, but they are fun to make. So this is a little stainless steel ear wire. I'm going to actually try something here with this. So basically, we could just come in here and do this. You got this earring here. But
Speaking of the 70s.
well, and so what we're going to do is we're going to put some interesting beads on it. Now I know that Megan said that she likes turquoises, so I'm going to find some turquoise seed beads, like these. I don't know what you have over there.
They look like turquoise beads.
Oh, these are pretty, Chris.
The seed bead is a little tiny glass.
Yeah, these are bigger than seeds.
They're like, and they're attached.
Gretchen says she loves her some hoops.
That's
You
what
are
made me think
you
of
are
it.
making
Gretchen loves
Gretchen's
hoops.
earrings right there.
Gretchen loves
Okay.
hoops. She said it the other day.
All right, so we're gonna. All right, so Megan wants to get some of these in with this. So what we're gonna do here is, if we're making earrings, I try to make everything symmetric. So gonna count these out. So I've got 2 for that earring, 2 for the other earring. All right, this is what I have to work with.
There's a few more here if you need them.
3. So it's gonna be 3 on each side. And then we're gonna go up further with these little guys. Which I like to work on a napkin with these little tiny beads so that they don't go away on me.
Ooh.
All right, so to get these on, turning the corner, oh, actually they turned the corner without a problem. So I'm gonna count this out. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Now I'm not going to bead the whole thing. All right, and I'm having a little bit of trouble here making this turn. I actually broke it. So I'm actually going to cut this off. I'll have to finish off the earring later. So I want to make sure that I cut off the same amount on this one so that they're still going to be the same. All right, so where are we at there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then I'm going to transition into this other turquoise bead that Megan liked. Oh, but okay, I don't like that transition there. I don't like that. I have to have something that says I'm transitioning and I'm doing it nicely. I'm doing it professionally. So I'm going to take one of these daisy spacers that I just use on the, what do we do? The last pair of earrings. All right. So this little daisy spacer here now is going to be my little transition that says, yes, I know I'm transitioning. I'm doing it on purpose. I look good and professional. Life is good. All right, and I'm going to put another one here before I transition into the focal. But this time I think I want a bigger size. Where that was a 3 millimeter, I'm going to use a 4 millimeter this time. 1, 2. This might actually be a good class. So phase 4 is supposed to be coming soon, and I am hoping that phase 4 is going to include the NAC, where my studio is being allowed to open. So we can resume classes again. Okay, so now we're going to put this on here. So if anybody's watching yet, let me know if anybody is interested in doing classes, if we do it in a responsible way. We're very lucky here at the NAC. It is a very large building. The hallways outside of my studio and my classroom, the hallways are 10 to 12 feet wide. So we have tons of room to take the classes outside of the actual classroom and have everybody on their own desk 10 feet apart. Before COVID hit, I started doing the stretch bracelet. It was very popular. People loved it, and they also asked if I would do some other classes, and they were talking about doing the wrap bracelets, which is very complicated. But I'm thinking like these earrings, something like this would be fun because you could do a lot of choosing. Is that a cute earring? All right. So I think we did, I can't remember how many of these we did. 1, 2,
12.
3, 4, 12. Okay. This is why I have Maureen. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. All right. What do you think, Megan? Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I just cut off the part of it that is going to make it close up. So I need to find a tool, and this is not the tool I want. So you keep looking around at the mess while I find another tool. I'm leaving the frame. All right. Any questions? Any feedback? I got a couple sales out of our last thing. Thank you for those of you supporting me. Maureen is looking there at the check beads that are always on this table because I bought 9,600 of them. So I use them for just about everything. All right, now when I do this, I gotta, I'm gonna curve this up again, and I need to make sure that I do it the same for both earrings. All right. Now the other thing I gotta do is this thing is gonna hurt like crazy, so I gotta find some sandpaper and sand this down. I won't be able to do that yet. All right, so now we're gonna do the next one really fast, because we already did the first one. So now we know how. So 12 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these seed beads, these are actually Japanese Toho seed beads. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which in the business, these are the good ones. And they make all different finishes, all different sizes, all different colors. They're a lot of fun. Okay, 1. All right, I don't see the other there. 2, 3. All right, we got the transition in there. Bigger daisy spacer. Now I got to make sure that I put this on the same way as the other one, that the direction is right. Yes, the direction is correct. And these last 3. 1, 2, 3. Little daisy spacer to make the transition. 12 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm going to curve this up again like the other one. Hopefully I will be somewhat the same on each of them. Also have to make sure this isn't going to come off. Yep. Okay. There we go. All right. It's stainless steel, so the last thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to need to find some sandpaper, which I will do after this. All right, so that's number 2.
Sarah's watching. She says she loves her new pearl drop earrings. The pomegranate ones.
Oh, she got those already.
She
You didn't
did.
save them for her birthday or Christmas?
No, her birthday's in March, so I bet what the heck.
So she got them. Well, Sarah, maybe we'll find some more of those pearls to do something else with them. All right. What else do we have again?
I found that. That was cool.
All right, we could do something with this. Okay, this is a tiara cast piece as well. It's a pewter bar with some hammered effect, and it has these 2 loops on here. So I'm gonna do a bracelet with it. We could probably do a necklace. It would be a little bit on the bulky side. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I wanna get a little bit of a curve to it. And pewter is a very soft metal. Okay. There we go. All right, so we're gonna start with that, and let me think about this. Probably, I think I would probably do leather. So I guess I need to find a leather that's gonna fit in here. Megan, do you have a color preference?
To the leather wall?
What are you putting on it with it?
Oh, to the leather wall.
To the
Has
leather
Megan
wall.
seen the leather wall yet?
What color are you gonna do with that?
Well, that's, yeah, you get to decide.
Here we are at the leather wall. Have you got new stuff in here, Chris? There's colors I don't remember.
No.
Megan, look at this one. Look at this one.
I saw that, but this one was catching my eye as well. Oh, or this.
So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to actually clean up these beads I just used, believe it or not.
Oh, but it needs to be smaller.
It needs to be 2 millimeter. Those will work.
Oh, yes. That one's interesting.
That is a natural green. Any input from the peanut gallery on colors?
This is too big, isn't it?
That might work. Is that blue?
Very unique.
Okay, I have, here it is in the, see the difference here? These are both Pacific, which is their blue. And one of them is natural and one is regular.
Is this the natural one?
This is natural, this is, and then the other is, they do a metallic coating. This is a metallic burgundy. Those are the 3 finishes you can get on the leather. That's a natural there as well. I'm gonna get a bag to put these in.
So many colors.
Which color are you wanting here, Meg?
With this? It's a tough one. Any comments from the peanut gallery out there?
No.
The natural or the finished? Or the green?
I like that green. It's got kind
that
of
was my first
gradations
one.
in
Yeah,
color
that was my
there
first
that-
one. Go with that natural green. I shouldn't have swayed.
We're gonna need a button to close it up. I have a hammered button. I may have used them all, oh, here it is right here.
I thought I saw a neat one over here that might match that thing.
Is it this?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Okay, these are my buttons. I just ordered today more of these. These are my buffalo buttons. Now these are not the nickel ones. These are cast. They're actually made in Italy. I get them from a guy called Button Jones on Etsy. But he gets them from Italy. So these are just like a button, where I have other bracelets that I make with a real nickel turned into a button. But buttons are fun. I really like the buttons. The button we're going to use right now, though, is a tiara cast button in a hammered finish, so it's going to match the bar. All right. So we're going to start here. Are we going with the green?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go with green.
I think I had Sarah in mind when I picked the green, I
Go
think.
that way. I need space, thank you.
Oh,
Sarah, I tend to think of Sarah. I actually have a jade in here that I always. Oh, this right here. This
Oh,
is-
Lori Bars is on. She says she would have fun here. Yes, Lori, you would.
Yes, and and Lori, as soon as the NAC opens up and I can actually bring people in the studio without sneaking them in like I snuck. These guys are our family, so that's our big excuse. But I'm hoping to get people back in the studio. So once we open up with responsible social distancing, I need to know when people are ready to come in. All right. So we're going to take 2 pieces of leather. I'm going to try to match them up. I'm kind of guessing on size. All right. So here, I'm going to do a nice decorative knot. And I got to get creative on this so that it comes out the way I want to in the end. So, let's see if I do it well or not. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is where I'm going to kind of play around with it because I want it to come out just like that. All right, this worked. Okay, so we'll do that on that side.
Hey, Tim, hi. Tim Miller is watching.
Oh, hi, Tim. It's not Timmy anymore.
It's not Timmy anymore.
I know. See how, this is how I know how old I am. When the kids I used to babysit are all grown up now. So Timmy, all that crafting and all that stuff I used to do never went away. Still doing it all these years later.
You're just a million times better than you were. Not that you're bad. I'm just...
When I first started making jewelry, it was not the quality that it is today. Megan is absolutely right. I am self-taught, so, and I never went to school for it. So I had to make a lot of mistakes along the way to figure it out. Okay, So we've got the pewter bar that Megan picked out. She picked out this leather here too. Tied the knots so that I've got the decorative knot here, but it goes in this way but comes out this way. All right, now we're gonna have to figure out what size to make this. So typically, an average bracelet would be 7.5 inches. Sometimes I do them 7.5 extending to 8. So we're gonna make this, I think I'm probably, because it's a button, gonna probably go around the 7 3/4 mark. So to figure out where I'm going, I'm gonna take the middle of it and so an 8-inch bracelet would take me to about 4 inches, so I need a finished size. So I kind of play around, see what I gotta do. All right. This is going to be a button bracelet. And I could do all of this. I'm not putting any jump rings on, so there's not going to be a lot of movement on this. What I risk with doing it this way without extra jump rings is that it could lay funny, and I may have to tear the whole thing apart. But that's part of the what we're doing here. Playing around, seeing what happens. All right, so okay. I think this is going to take me to about where I want to be. Okay. So again, I'm going to do that same knot that I did before, but this time I'm going to take it back down upon itself. 1, 2, 3. Now, I just sent a leather bracelet to Lori, if she is still on. Lori, how did that bracelet work? Did it fit? Did it work out? Did you like it?
It's delayed, I noticed when I watched.
It is, yes, it is delayed, yes. That's why we can't listen to this at the same time that we're doing it. All right.
Oh, we tried that the first night.
All right, so now we're going to do the loop on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Going to come up through here. Okay, and all the items that I make here in the studio are for sale. If you message me, you can put something in the comments, and Maureen's been checking them. I didn't check them last week because I was so unhappy with what I looked like on film that I haven't watched last week's.
Lori said her bracelet's perfect, and she loves her necklace too.
Okay, good. I'm gonna get Lori making this stuff one of these days. I've got her doing stretch bracelets from home. All right, so here we go. Here's our bracelet. We're gonna check it for size. Maureen, can I borrow your wrist? It looks like that on the top. Button it up. Shake it, blah, 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 works. All right. Okay, so I'm happy with it. So now I'll do the gluing, the cutting, and all of that. Okay, so with leather, I do knots that hold, but they don't always hold super well, so I pull it as tight as I can without breaking it. And then I take my handy dandy glue, Loctite, put a little dab of glue on it. If I put too much glue on and I pull it off and end up messing up, pulling some of the color of the leather off, Sharpie markers are a great way to fix mistakes like that. Little dab of glue there. There. Okay. Now, I don't just trust the knot and the glue. I like to take a stainless steel ring and secure it as well with that. Gives it a little bit more visual interest, but it also makes me trust it more. I do get some of my jewelry back that is broken, not a whole lot, but I would say most of what I get back is either a bad jump ring that I didn't wear glasses and close the right way, or leather, because leather does break. Leather doesn't last forever, and if you get it wet and shower and wear it all the time and stress it, it will break. So there we go. So we're going to do that. Cut that off there. Oops. Do the same thing on the other side. I actually like this. I think I might make more of these in different colors if I have more of these bars. And I think Tierra Cast does this bar in a brass color as well. Don't know if I have it.
You doing copper?
I don't think they have it in copper. Some of them, Tierra Cast will do specialty things for me. As a matter of fact, they just did, I have 600 goats that Tierra Cast pulled out an old mold for me and made these goats. But I had to buy 600 to get them to make it worth it to them. You figure if this big supplier, who's considered probably the best pewter, the best pewter caster in the world, if they're going to do a specialty order for me, I'll do whatever I can to get that special treatment. They're wonderful. They do a lot of specialty things. And one of the things that I can do is I can take something that they do in one finish, and if I order enough of them, I can get them in a different finish. So I do actually have a hammered piece that they do in silver and gold, and I did order a bunch of them so that I could get them in copper. Because I do love working with copper, and a lot of that is because I work with road kiln copper enamels, and when I design with her work, I like to have copper. All right, so I'm really happy with this. Nice choice, Megan, and I do like the green. So
I do too.
Put that in the pile there. All right, so we're up to 3. Let's see. See, it's a big race now. All right, where's the box here?
Okay, what have we got so far? What have we done so
We
far?
have so far simple earrings to show somebody how simple you can. If you find great components, or if you have jewelry that's broken or is old, if you can find 2 matching pieces off it, as long as it's got a hole, you can make a pair of earrings with it. So what we did here is we took a ear wire, made an embellished ear wire. It has a loop on it, and all we did was pop it onto an interesting component. So that's just a simple pair of earrings. These would probably be like $22 maybe. And you saw they're simple. You know, most of that's going to be in material. The Tierra Cast is phenomenal stuff. It's not cheap though. Then we went on to a hoop earring. This is a stainless steel earring. It's not sterling. I can do these in sterling, but they're a little softer. They don't hold the shape as well. And here we used another of the Tierra Cast pewter pieces from the same collection and put it on there with, this is actually not turquoise, this is magnesite. We had a conversation before we went live about how much turquoise out there is not really turquoise. It's magnesite or chalk turquoise that has been dyed, and this is what that is. It's still a stone in its own right, but, and then it's followed up with a seed bead. So these are kind of cute. Maureen said these look like they're from the 70s. I think the colors are a little more modern than the 70s. These are very, maybe, what is it, Vintage Chameleon, or I can't remember. There's a local designer. She does T-shirts and some other things. I think it's Vintage Chameleon. She's on Facebook. And this is kind of her look, a little bohemian. Then the third piece that we did is the bracelet with the pewter button and the pewter bar. That's 1, 2, 3 of those. All right, what else did Megan get? Megan keeps throwing more things in here.
I just put that in.
Okay, so
I don't know. I thought those beads were neat.
These beads are neat. I would probably need more of these to do something with it. If you can find more, I will do. I know where they're over there on a rack. Well, while we're doing the turquoise thing, let's do another veil tan piece. I asked Valerie if she would do some dragonflies for me. She did all the buffaloes for me, the Grand Islands, and the next day she had the dragonfly. So this dragonfly is Vale's art that has been glued onto a piece of glass. And I look for it to be a little bit pixelized so it kind of looks like it's fabric instead of paper. And it's in a stainless steel bezel. I don't like these that they use, so I just take those off and kind of do my own thing. So to make this into a necklace, I'm going to find a jump ring. I could do just this jump ring like this, but I like to put a little bit more visual interest, so sometimes what I'll do is I will put something around here first to make it a little more interesting. So I'm going to take a little stainless steel ring, put this in here. Oh. I can do this. I'm not doing as well with the banter today. Anybody have any questions? I guess I'm tired today. But honestly, last week when Maureen and I did this, said we'd do it for an hour, and then we proceeded to continue to find more things on the table and make more things that you guys didn't even see. And one of them was the necklace that Lori bought. Okay. All right, so now with the jump ring, put on there, but with that ring, it just kind of makes it a little bit more professional. So the easy thing to do with this is to put it on leather and do a leather necklace. And that's what I really want to do, but I feel like I'm doing the same things over and over. So, I don't know. Megan, what are you thinking here? Would you want this leather chain beaded?
Well, there were two. That's what I see, and I don't wear earrings, but I thought they would be cute as earrings.
Oh, they would be. I
It's
actually,
a nice size necklace too, though.
I do have these in a smaller size, made into earrings already downstairs. But you know what we could do a long necklace. Let's try that. I've got a
Megan is still component shopping here.
well, she's gonna just have whatever we don't use. She's gonna get to put away. That'll be okay. So Leather Cord USA has great colors, and look at how perfectly that matches. And this is why a lot of times with these things, I end up doing the leather, especially with.
Lori wants to know what colors of leather cord we have. Lori, you might not have been here when we went to the leather wall, but we will go back to the leather wall for a minute. And this is kind of an idea of the colors of leather that Chris has.
More than I've ever imagined.
And I'm not even getting a close-up on most of her colors. So I'm going to guess that if you have a color in mind, Chris has it in leather.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if this looks like.
Some of them really jump out at me, like that right there. Or where did I just say? Oh, I am not a real pink freak, but that is a really pretty one right there. And here's a gorgeous green, an absolutely gorgeous green right there. And she also has some braided leathers, like that one right there, in different sizes. There's a really pretty burgundy leather there. Like I said, if you can think of a color, Sarah, there's your green, okay? Some more braided leathers down there. So that's just a sample of what's on Chrissy's leather wall. Plus we have some over here that we've already pulled off the wall.
We have to acknowledge that Craig built me that beautiful
Oh, okay.
wall.
She was showing us that this is the natural blue versus the finished. Like these are the same, but one's natural, one is.
And then this one here is a metallic finish on the leather right there, which is a little bit different than the other. Those are the three finishes that they have. The polished leather, the natural leather, and the metallic leather. I don't know what they're searching for now, but
Okay, all right, so found the perfect piece of leather, and I'm trying really hard not to do the same thing I did last week, but it's getting tough because I'm under the gun and I tend to go back to my the things that I have found have worked in the past. Oh, but I can incorporate one of these pewter pieces that Megan put in here into this. Now this is going to be mixing the smooth finish pewter with the textured, or that's stainless with the pewter, but we're going to do it because in the spirit of what we're doing, it's okay. And I've also found that the things that I'm nitpicky about, most people just don't even care. So, all right, so we're going to have this here. And now I have to decide if we're going to go make this a big, long necklace, a short necklace. I don't know. But, all right, we're going to maybe make a couple little knots here. And I actually think I have some iridescent beads that'll fit on this that'll kind of look like a dragonfly wing.
Ooh.
So while I look for that, Maureen's going to have to entertain you with her wit.
Well, let's see. What else can we wander around here and
That's
find?
why she got this gig.
Well, what is Megan looking for over here?
Oh, I'm just looking at all the. I was looking at all her turquoise over there. I love
Oh my God, you would love her turquoise. Look at all this.
turquoise
And like I
is so
said last week, turquoise is not my favorite stone, but Chris has, oh my God, the light over here is killing me. Chris has some absolutely gorgeous turquoise. She's got little pieces. Look at that piece that Megan's got right there. She's got some in here that are all kinds of different.
New stones from Dakota Stones yesterday. I'm not supposed to buy new things, but
Are these turquoise?
This box right here full of neat stuff.
That's what I love. Turquoise is different when you have real turquoise.
oh yeah.
Look at these. I love how different
And I like the green turquoise.
turquoise can look. Like,
All right.
Well, and I think that's kind of what my problem with turquoise is. I don't like that super blue turquoise
then it
that
can even look like that.
looks kind of fake on me. But when you come
The
up with
green stuff,
something
I like the green stuff better.
like
oh,
this
they're gorgeous.
or this one here,
All right. Wait, so
that handful of stones Megan had, these right here, these little seed beads, they're just also pretty.
no, it's fine.
Ouch.
I'm
Okay.
wearing the challenge from last week.
Oh, there's Megan's challenge necklace from last week. I forgot she was wearing it today. Got lost in my purse for about 3 days.
All right, so I just found these. These are big seed beads, it's Toho metallic, and they look very much like a bug to me on the colors. So I'm.
It's called
gonna use these-
iridescent, Chris.
I know. It looks like a bug. Like a bug. Like a
Let's
bug.
see, not like a bug.
Like a bug. So I'm gonna put that on here with that. Okay. I will. Megan, can you just? Yeah. Thank you. We're gonna measure this out. I'm gonna go 1.5 inches. As long as I keep it similar, I'm okay.
I'm still learning the camera technique, but in my defense, Chris moves fast and I can't keep up with her.
Oops, I made my loop, too many loops here. Yes, I tend to flit around. When I was at physical therapy, my physical therapist is young. And I was talking to him about how some people are the run to the doorbell, run to the phone people. Now, we don't have to run to phones anymore because they're in our pockets, but who remembers when you were a kid and the phone rang and you ran as fast as you could to answer the phone? Or someone came to the door and you ran to it. And I'm that person. I still, at 50, how old am I? 51, I still run everywhere. I get out of my car to go into a store, I run into the store. I have no reason to, but I do. And that's probably why I'm in a knee brace and getting an MRI tomorrow. But
Well, you were running down those stairs?
no, I'm not sure what I did to deserve this. All right, so I'm going to get another one here. Again, with the iridescent. Now we have to decide, what length should this necklace be? Should it be a long 30-inch way down here?
Okay, Peanut Gallery, how long should the necklace be?
Short up here.
What do we got
down
on
to
it?
here.
We have, Vale's Dragonfly is the bead with that gorgeous, gorgeous turquoise leather. Or teal leather, or
I think they call it truly teal.
truly teal. Okay.
Well, maybe they don't, actually. Because I don't, usually, let me see, I can tell you what they call it. No, that says natural. That is not the right cord. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. Usually I keep track of them all. Okay, so this is what we've got going on right now so far. Whoops.
Like in the beads.
So we got to decide, are we going to
Okay.
go
Are we?
this length,
We need votes on the length of the necklace, folks.
this length, or way the heck down here length?
Let's go with this.
Short, medium, long.
I said I always go with this one.
Yeah, it's gonna look like last week's challenge, but that's okay. But I can continue to make one more of these. 3's kind of my magic number. I'll do 3 up on each side. Whoops.
Lori says medium.
Medium, okay. All right, so we'll make this like a 24 extending to 26. And that's one of the nice things about doing extenders or doing things, jump ring down to other things. I can change it. The daily challenge number 1, the very first one that we did that I actually had somebody in mind while I was making it, she did end up with it. And her sister brought it in, and I was able to shorten it. I took 6 inches out of it.
Oh, the Buddha necklace.
Piece of cake. Yep, piece of cake. Yeah, the Buddha necklace was my very first daily challenge. We're up to like, I think 14 now. Okay. All right, so I need, Megan, I need one more
Where'd
of
that bag
these.
of beads go?
It's over there.
Okay.
Oh.
One more of those.
This one?
Yep, can you just pull one of those out? And there might be a bag already open. That's all we're doing. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna go find a clasp. Actually, I probably have one on this table. Won't have to actually go find one. And everybody will be shocked if, like, by next week I have this table cleared off. It probably won't happen.
Is this the same thing?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, this one is though.
Well, it's not open, so I was trying to find one that was on the tray.
Oh, there's- All right, there we go. Okay, so to put the clasp on, I'm going to take a lobster clasp. First thing I always do is always check them, because sometimes they don't work. You know, sometimes they're broken. This one works. I'm going to put a jump ring on it. And the reason I like to do open jump rings is if we want to make a change or if it ever fails, it can be replaced. And keep that in mind too. You might have favorite costume jewelry or whatever. You know, even if it's cheap stuff, if there's some part of it that you love but it broke or it never laid right or whatever, a lot of times there are ways to rework it or do it over again. So bring it to me. That was one of the classes that we had talked about doing, was people bringing in stuff they want to change or fix. Megan came in from Colorado, and Megan brought a whole bunch of jewelry that she wants to play around with and make changes. And so we talked about doing a class where everybody comes in and you do that, and I guide you through it, and you kind of pay for being here and for the material. Okay. So we're going to make this, what did I say? We're going to go 24 extending to 26. So that means I want to go to about 12 inches. That would make it like a 24. And basically we're going to do the same exact thing that I did for that bracelet. This time the knot's going to be a little bit different because I'm not doubling. We can still do it though. We can do anything. Tie it through there. Bring it up side by side. Pull it nice and tight. Now I'm going to check to make sure that it really is the length that I wanted. It's 12 inches there, yep. A little dab of glue. Don't always trust my glue, so I'm going to secure it with a stainless steel jump ring just to clamp it down. And again, you'll see a lot of the jewelry that you buy, the material, I use kind of the top end or the strongest that I can possibly get. So you may have something that doesn't maybe have the integrity that I've got here, but you can still use part of that jewelry and just redo it. Okay. All right, so now the other side, I'm going to check and make sure I have my little iridescent bug beads in there. The other side is going to get attached to a piece of chain that I have to find. Here's a piece of chain right here. That looks too small. Don't like that chain.
Bigger one?
That's too small. This is too big. Too expensive.
Okay, let me
That makes beautiful bracelets.
Oh, yes, the,
Charm
the mother's
bracelet.
bracelet, right?
No, actually the mother's bracelets were all, every single link was hand done. There was no chain.
Oh. Here's
Oh,
I
I don't
think I
fit.
already gave you a piece of that.
Yeah, okay. This is what I'm looking for. I've got a whole bag of this stuff somewhere.
What's that? Which one?
This means it's time to clean. And hopefully my husband's not watching because anyone who knows me knows my house looks almost this bad. Not quite, but almost. All right. I guess that chain would work. Okay. Just looking for chain for an extender. All right. I'll be right back. Say something witty, Maureen.
Something witty, Maureen.
All right.
What do we got? Oh, you're delayed there. Okay.
I'm delayed.
Bought a piece right here. Okay. So we're going to tie the other end onto the back of this. Again, we were going to make this to a 24. Okay. Same thing, tie the knot. Bring it here, bring it back, do the knot over the doubled up part. Roll it back on itself. Keep it nice and straight. Come up here so it's side by side with what you want to do there. One of the classes that I have, and I do have I don't have a tutorial online, but I do have instruction sheets, is on making a necklace similar to this where these knots are all laid out. When we get back in and are able to do classes again, the classes run between $35 and like $45. You get all the material to make professional quality, high-end stuff, all the instruction, and I usually throw in something extra. If anyone has ordered, I've been sending out COVID bags, so people that order, while supplies last, I've been sending out jewelry that comes in a bag that you pass on to someone else who's been affected by COVID. So we do tend to do a lot of extras and special things for people. All right. Okay, this one's done. The only other thing is usually on the back end when I have an extender chain, I'll put something on the back so it looks a little bit nicer. I usually put a little Buffalo Gals tag, but you can also do a cute little bead or something. Of course, I'm trying to brand, so nobody gets a cute bead unless, well, sometimes they do, but I want to get the Buffalo Gals logo out there, which is why I'm always wearing a Buffalo Gals hat. And you should be too. Hats are for sale as well. All right. And this one's just about done. And ta-da! There's a Valtan Art exclusive.
And the knots with the iridescent beads. And the last thing I want to focus on up here is the Buffalo Gals charm that goes on her
Extender chain.
there. Okay.
So
So is the same thing on the back?
Yep, it's
Yep, okay.
double-sided. So this necklace is 23 inches extending to 25 and a half. So let's see what that looks like. Now, anything over 24 inches does not have to have a clasp, but because we wanted it to be extendable, that's why we had to put the extender on it. But once you determine what you like the best,
Maybe
I
not
can't
with
do
the
it with my
hat.
hat on.
Maybe not with the hat.
Alright. Okay, so this is sitting down, like down here, and then it'll go down lower as well. Ta-da! Alright. this might be a design maybe that I'll put on the website as well. But if anybody's interested in this, let me know. This would be, this would probably normally retail probably around the $40 mark. So for the prototype, I'll probably go 32. So if anybody wants slightly 32. See, I did work a sale. It's a little bit.
You did. You worked a sale on there.
Yes.
Lori says she loves it.
Lori's husband's gonna hate me soon. I'm mailing things to Lori once a week. All right. So next piece here. All right, Megan, can you get these put away?
Yeah.
This is probably gonna take too long, but. All right, you know what? Let's do something with this here. Okay. These are a lot of fun. I like to do them on a long necklace on a ring. I like to do the rings for people to put their glasses in. And I think that right now I'm actually gonna do a mixed metal. So I'm gonna go get a ring out of brass.
Okay, these are the pendants that she has made out of genuine nickels. They are domed and then welded together so that they make, oops, I lost you there. They make a pendant, but see, you can see the weld there. So either side is the buffalo. And we'll move the Williamsville goat out of there.
Get our billy goat there. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of mixed metal. Maureen keeps picking up copper. I think she likes copper, and we never really knew that because I don't think you wear copper, do you?
I don't wear a lot of it. No, I wear mostly silver.
That's copper.
But they're totally.
It's a ring.
I know, but
This
they're
is
such
brass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are two different things here. All right, so.
Oh, I do love my copper little buffalo earrings.
Yes, and those, we can actually do those in any color. All right, so we're gonna start. This ring here, this is a brass ring that I got from Obersheimer's when my studio was in the sailboat loft. These used to be used on sails. They're the hanks that would run up the mast, and this is how you take the thing up. It go like that. So we've got a bunch of these, and they're real brass. I like to use them in a necklace. Like that. Now we're talking about maybe mixing some metals, so I would probably want, something else in here to bring a little bit more length. Maybe a copper bar or something. Let me see what we've got.
Although that's pounded copper. Namaste.
Oh, does that have holes on both ends or just one end?
Both ends.
Both ends.
Yeah, then we can't use it for that.
There's little copper rings.
Here's one right here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So we're going to see, and I don't know if this is going to lay right or not. I also don't know if my jump ring's going to fit in there. Oh, it does. Okay. We're just going to start loading this thing up with a bunch more stuff. Now, I'm going for asymmetric, but this is weighted a little bit heavy this way, so I need to put something up in here. I'm probably going to go something short, but it's probably going to be bigger or maybe two of them. I really don't like to put, I don't know if I can say this online or not. You know where I'm going with this, right? We have to be really careful on, I don't like symmetric around something long. So, because it starts looking a little odd. Yeah, those would, actually those would work.
Which ones?
See what you got in here. They're like little bells. I don't know what those are.
Those are cord ends. They go on the end of leather.
Oh, look, you have a heart.
Yep.
That would look good. A little buffalo.
We could try that. Megan had an idea that I wouldn't have thought of, although I'm kind of thinking.
If you don't like it, you can reject it, Tom.
Well, the thing is you try things.
Is that lava bead? Lava bead?
Yes,
I like that.
Yeah, and that might look neat with this. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we could
That was
try
one
it.
of the
Let's
first
try this.
pieces I found when I walked in.
If it weren't quite so big, I would probably be able to work it into this. We're gonna try this. This is a little bit outside of what I normally do. I'm not a huge heart fan. So this is why sometimes it's really good to have feedback from other people.
Or even you have a little cup or ink or... Sorry, I'm overwhelming
there.
with ideas.
I don't think this fits. Oh, wait, there. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right, so this is going to be our focal. That is kind of pretty, Megan. I called you Marina.
I'm flattered.
So kind of different, kind of little funky.
I like that.
And now I'm to do it fast. I would grab leather, but to do what I think this needs, I think we need to do chain. So we need to find some things to take this chain up and embellish it. And that's where we come up with the custom copper pieces.
Like these? What do you mean, like these? No, not that.
Tierra Cast did these for me special. They usually do these in silver or gold. I wanted them in this metal. So to get what I want, I got to buy a lot of them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But Tierra Cast is wonderful. I'm hoping that eventually I'll be able to do online tutorials, and people that make jewelry professionally will all share ideas.
You don't have those in copper, do you?
No. I'm just going to do these right now. So these I have to turn into something that can get put into here. And I'll probably just do it on one side, and then on the other side I'll do beads. So we could find a bead in a bead color. Actually, maybe those, we could use those.
The silver one?
Oh, no, it's not. No, do we have those in brass? Okay, we need this right now.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, to make these fit into here, we have to turn this into a bead that has loops on it that can be incorporated into the necklace. So I'm going to do a double loop, and this is using these round nose pliers. When I taught the adult ed classes, the 8-week course, we did a lot of this wrapped loop here. We'd made necklaces with 100 of these, and once the women made 100 of these, they got really good at it. So, all right, so we're gonna do that. You have the loop. Do this here. I want to add that third color, so I'm going to look for some brass to put in there as well. How's this pacing working for people? Is this too frenetic, or are they losing interest?
Okay, what Chris wants to know is her pacing too frenetic for people, or is it going too slow and you're going to sleep? Or, picking up the closest book and reading it for a while.
Okay, now because I want to make these a two-toned bead, I'm going to take this brass cap, put this down here, put this on here, another brass cap. And then when I do this, whoop. We're gonna go around here. Okay. So who out there has old jewelry that they think they could tear up into pieces and remake into different stuff? Because we're gonna do that as soon as they let us open the studio up. Okay. So this is what we have now. I've got this thing that has these on the top, and I've got all 3 of the metals that we're working with incorporated into this. So what I want to do is I want to make 3 of these, which no one's going to want to sit through. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the same thing with one of these. We're going to do 3 here and then a few of these up on the other side so that it's asymmetric. Because I'm all about the asymmetry.
Now, will you embellish these any further, or will you use them exactly the way they are?
These I'll probably, if I've got copper, I'll do the same thing where I'll put some copper in there so that we work all of that in. And then I'll probably go up higher with this. And then it'll have some metal here. So I can do that and post it, or we can find something else to for people to look at while I frenetically try to make these.
Stop being frenetic.
Is frenetic? Am I using the word? I don't even know if I'm
No,
using the
you're
word
using
right.
the word exactly right, but you can calm down and slow down a little bit.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. All right. Okay. Do we have any jewelry questions? Unfortunately, my neighbor had a house fire 2 nights ago, and they retrieved. She lost pretty much everything, but they retrieved her jewelry box.
Oh, good.
And she was pulling the jewelry out, and one of the things that I saw in there was she had pearls that were smoke damaged, and so I jumped right in right away and said, "Oh my gosh, do not use jewelry cleaner on those pearls; it'll disintegrate it." Those are the kind of questions. Does anybody have any questions about jewelry making? Anything? While I make 6 of these things that usually take me quite a while to do. Anyone? Bueller?
Where are we wandering? I don't either.
All right, I need some copper daisy spacers.
Okay, we're gonna wander while Chris is hunting through her, because Chris has shelves of
These are baker's rigs.
stuff. They are baker's rigs. You're right. Look, for example, look at these. I don't know what any of these are intended for. I just find something that catches my eye and go, ooh, look. For example, that bead right there. Well, it's a tree, so, well, there you go. Okay, now, there you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's 2-sided, double-sided.
Is that a tiara? It's probably a tiara cast.
Probably. Now I lost it. I don't even know where it went.
Yep, there.
Yep, this right here. Okay, let's see what's up on this shelf. Ooh. Oh, little buttons. I could get lost in this place, honestly. She could probably leave me here one night and I would just get lost looking at all these components that she's got. Oh, what is this one? Ah, there's one I really like.
6 copper daisy spacers.
And on the flip side, I gotta remember where that is for her next challenge. I'll make her do something with that. Oh, maybe. How about this? We take this.
Oh, you know what? We could do.
We take this little heart.
I also have in here, Maureen,
Those combinations.
here are the Williamsville North prototypes. Maybe she can talk about those. Oh, okay.
Let me know when you're back doing something that you haven't been doing.
Yeah. I made the Williamsville North prototypes last night.
Ah.
So let's take a look at those.
Ah,
like
okay. The
little-
Williamsville North Billy Goats.
Like check beads, I think. Are those glass check beads?
Yeah, those are glass chuck beads.
And what do we got? Let me see. Well, let me have that charm. Where'd it go?
Here's your entry there to
This one right here. Yeah. Sorry, my camera work sucks. I believe that
Oh, and then
is
the coordinates for
the
Williamsville?
coordinates for Williamsville.
And then there's the natural leather. Blue.
Okay, with that as a button bracelet. Whoops.
Just
So
flip
Village
those
Artisan
away.
has Williamsville, all the Williamsville schools.
And then
Bangles.
Oh, her expandable bracelets. I love her expandable bracelets. This one's got several of the Billy Goats plus the coordinate charm on it. And these are all available at Village Artisan?
They're gonna be. They aren't
Oh,
yet.
she hasn't got them there yet, but they will be.
Yes, they can contact me if they want one before I get them to her.
so
We're still trying to figure out if there's an interest in them. We don't know yet.
Ooh, along with this little sing charm,
here.
I found this little grand piano charm.
Do you want her back over?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, what are we doing now? We're back to the bracelet.
Or
Necklace.
The necklace, yes.
Sorry.
So this here, and again, these do take a while. This is a necklace. I mean, this is going to be a like a $90 necklace. So usually these take me over an hour to make. So I'm a little under the gun here. But here for the other side, because I do want this asymmetric.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to put a copper daisy on this so that then when I put this antique brass ball here, we've got again the two colors, because this is going to be a what do we call it, mixed metal necklace. It's funny, I sell most of the long necklaces that I do on the rings with all this good stuff. Usually sell pretty quickly, so I don't usually have a lot of them around. And then what happens is I forget what I made before. So the ones that were popular and people liked, I don't know what they were, because when things sell fast, I've forgotten. Instagram has been helpful, because I do try to photograph things on Instagram. 1, 2. So I can reference things, but I think at this point I've made, thousands and thousands of pieces over the last 10 years. So if anybody has any Buffalo Gals pieces or inspired design pieces from before I even had Buffalo Gals that they still have and they love, send pictures to me or post it on my site, because I've probably completely forgotten that it was a design that people like. Okay, we're gonna a couple more of these. All right, how are we doing on time for our 1 hour?
I have no idea what time it is.
It is 8:14.
Oh, we're done. Well, we're done, but you know what? We'll keep going. People can. I wish I knew how to edit this stuff out. So we'll keep going until we finish this. But if anybody's got comments on what they'd like to see for next week's challenge, maybe they have a particular idea or type of piece to do, maybe we can sway Maureen as to what she chooses for my challenge. I also do have daily challenges on Instagram, which then do go to Facebook as well. 1, 2, 3 of those. So I've been doing something every day. Yesterday I did the Williamsville North pieces. The day before that, I don't remember. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So we went past the 8 o'clock mark. Today was Eric's last day of school. I told him he could stay up. Craig is sailing tonight. So the dog will be the only one that'll care when I come home late tonight. So I think I'm just going to finish this up. Okay. All right. 1. All right. Okay. Maybe we should do a drawing or something. Is there anybody left? We probably don't have any viewers anymore.
This is 2, but I don't have.
That means we only have 2 viewers.
Right, but who are they?
I don't know.
Like,
Well,
I have
we
no
have
way of seeing
we
who
have
they
Lori,
are.
we have Sarah. Let's see, we have Val, we have Tim,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're on there
They're not
now.
all
yeah.
on there now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
then
at
I
one
don't
point,
know.
at one point there was like 10 people on there.
Yeah, and then I bored them all to death. When I do the sales, the numbers are higher. But to do the sales, I need a lot of organization, and I've been so limited in the amount of time I can spend in the studio because the NAC is actually closed.
These I'll go back in this last year.
So I have not really, have not been keeping up with some of that stuff that I should be doing. Okay. So our next challenge is going to be to learn how to do YouTube videos and learn how to edit. So if anybody's interested in editing YouTube videos, let me know because I'm way out of my element on that.
I can help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Not with YouTube, but I can help you something.
Because with these Facebook Lives, you can't edit. So I'm gonna end up posting this whole thing, and hopefully somebody will take a look at it. But I think this piece is gonna be awesome. I'm actually getting excited about this piece. I do, however, feel like I need to do 5 of these, but then that'll take up even more time. But of course, I'm gonna do it because I can't do something halfway. I just can't. I mean, not this. I can clean my house halfway. I can do my paperwork halfway. All right. Megan's yawning.
Yeah, I'm so
She's
tired.
been watching her nieces. I'm sure they're wearing her
It
out.
was a long day.
Yeah, we had all 3 of them today.
I am bringing Eric to the NAC to volunteer. The NAC is closed to the public, so we can't have volunteers in here, can't have anyone. But because Eric's mother has a studio here, we're hoping that he'll be able to do some heavy lifting. The NAC is very short on staff right now, and trying to take advantage of this time to clean some things out so that when the NAC does open, we've got some great new things. And seeing as my 15-year-old son can't work at Fantasy Island this summer as he had hoped, and his summer camp has been canceled, he should be able to do some volunteer work.
No, they're closed for good. They're closed for good.
Okay.
Like rides are sold.
All right, one more of these, and then we'll start putting this together, and then we're going to all go home. Okay. Thank you for those of you who have been sitting through this.
Oh, Sarah says she's on.
She's on.
She's on. I'm on.
Thank you, Sarah, for supporting the shit show. And pretty soon we will do another sale. We'll do it professionally, and everything will look good. You won't see my messy studio. You'll see the training studio, and it'll all be good. All right. Did we get any questions from anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Now it must be Sarah's the only one.
Sarah!
Yeah, I gotta figure out the Facebook algorithms. I'm not doing. At first, when I started doing these live things, it was helping my numbers tremendously, and now it's doing absolutely nothing for me. But we're gonna keep making them, stocking it up with it. I absolutely love doing this, so for me, it's not a chore. I just have to live with the fact that it might not be getting all the whatever that I want. Okay. All right, we're gonna start putting these together. I'm gonna actually open up this chain and use the links to connect other things. This is stainless steel chain. It is very hard to, it's very sturdy, so it's very hard to open and close like this. but it holds up well. Been really happy with this. One. Close it up side by side. So I imagine these podcasters, they have a script. They have something to talk about. They don't have to fill these awkward voids like we are. I keep thinking if a podcasters can do this, I can do this. I just need something to ramble on about. Maybe we need trivia questions. Maybe that's what we'll do next time. We'll talk about stone properties or...
Oh, yeah. Marina already did that research.
She did. But we need to put it all in one place so I can access it easily. Every time I need to list out the stone properties, I just have something different to say. Because I go to a different source.
You wanted another one to make another bracelet.
Okay. I'm like,
I
oops.
found one.
Not tonight, though.
I don't expect you to do anything with it now.
Well, I'm gonna have Megan. I'm gonna have you in here making stuff before the summer's over. Weren't you an art student at one time?
At one time. I was more of an illustrator though.
Eric's all about the drawing. He
But I did
loves
make
the drawing.
necklace, beaded necklaces in my day. With my good old friend Sarah, that I would love to get a hold of.
Sarah, was she from Grand Island?
No.
No,
she's
so we would-
Plainsville, actually.
Can't find her on Facebook.
We're gonna do-
We got 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be an expensive necklace,
I'm loving these tree of life things.
but it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty. Which TRCast makes 2 different
I just found that one.
tree of lives. Yep. Okay.
And is this one technically tree of life?
Yep, and they're both by the same company. So they, the first one was the first one they did, and then they got a new designer in and did a whole new thing, and they changed it up.
Oh, okay. I love the tree of life.
All right, we're getting close. I'm like sweating. And then so when I do this, then I go home, and it takes me like 4 hours to settle back down again. But this is very, very enjoyable. I love it. Okay.
That's really cool.
So we're going to go on the this is going to be asymmetric. All right. Go this. I have to open this up a little bit more. Just imagine if we could edit. We could do all of this and then edit it, and it wouldn't be boring. But we can't do it with Facebook Live. So we're doing this for absolutely nobody but ourselves.
Right. Where'd your other...
But that's okay. But that's
Remember,
okay.
Chris, I had to be an online teacher for a few weeks.
Yeah, how'd you hold their interest?
I've mastered the art of editing videos.
Where are those 3 pieces?
I don't know. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, where that...
The other thing I want to figure out how to, for the picture that is seen when it's posted, instead of being my face,
Oh.
I'd like it to be a picture. And I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just haven't
Oh.
figured out how.
Yeah. It usually takes the first or the last shot.
Right. Last shot would be fine, because then we... Mm-hmm. Oh my God, and that's why it's still out. And that's all I have left, so I got all panicky. Because I have it listed, it's on the website. Alright, so we want this to be kind of centered. So that means we need how much? 3 of these maybe? I'm already forgetting that I'm being recorded. All right. That's there's a bunch of pieces over there that somebody brought me. Actually, Mrs. Massiello brought me a bunch of old jewelry to start feeding the pieces for classes. Okay, so there you go. All right, now I think I centered this right. Normally if I wasn't rushing, I'd lay it out and measure it out a little bit better. Here it's a little bit of a gamble that I can fix later if it's not right. I think it's gonna be too long, but that's okay. We're gonna just roll with it. Let's see. It's a little bit off, but not too far. Okay. All right, so now we need to determine how long we want this necklace to be. Does it look asymmetric?
Yes.
Okay, so if you had your reading glasses hanging from this comes down to the whole lanyard thing. How long do you make a lanyard? What should it be?
Megan, you have an attitude? I mean, you have an opinion here?
Lanyard, I like those to hang lower than, so they don't pop.
Yeah.
Does that make
No,
sense?
yeah. Oh, I've got a word for it.
Yeah, that looks good.
It's pretty good, actually.
You can see with these long necklaces, you can see the amount of chain used. This is the same chain that I'm using for the charm bracelets right now, too. Okay. Take the glasses out. It's getting twisted funny. All right. Okay.
And there you have it.
Ta-da!
Mixed metals, copper. What do we got in here? Copper, brass, and stainless steel. Genuine buffalo nickels.
Yep. Two of them.
Two of them. In a lanyard that will hold your eyeglasses or
A badge or
a badge,
nothing.
or
it's made to
really-
look good without anything as well.
Right.
And it can be shortened or lengthened. Ta-da. All right. I think we're done here. So what did we do? We did this. And a bracelet. And a pair of earrings. And a pair of simple earrings that we can teach anybody to make. And a veil tan art necklace.
That's pretty good for an hour.
It's actually pretty good.
My productive. Now, if I could figure out a way to sell everything I make, I'd have a really good thing going. My problem is if you look around here, I make way more than I sell. So, anyhow.
Found so many pieces wandering.
So Megan's finding things to buy. So thank you, anybody that sits through this whole thing. If anybody watches this after the fact, it literally sits through the whole thing. Email, message me, or Facebook message me, and I'll send you something. So I mean, tell me you got through the whole thing from start to finish.
What time is it,
And you
Megan?
get some kind of a freebie. All right. Thank you. Good night.